Hello, everyone. Yeah, back again. Uh, Off the back of the last stream, promised that you'd be seeing me a little bit more often, so here I am again. Um, Usual things off at the top of the stream. Make sure everyone can hear me, they can see me, all that good stuff. So just let me know it's all working, all okay. Normally takes you all a minute, but yeah, hope you're all doing well. I guess first the new thing is wearing glasses. So first streamed it wearing those. Hello. There you are. Good. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing I'm coming through all right. So yeah, we've got a couple of things to talk through this time round. Obviously, as the name of the stream was spoilers, we've got Supreme Commander Fulgrim to go through. Very excited to get first of the Demon Primarchs out and about. Uh, Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Uh, and as we've seen from the upcoming GW pipeline, we can expect to see more Demon Primarchs coming soon. I am appreciating the glasses. You get good eyebrow wiggles over the top of the glasses. But yeah, plenty more of that to be looking forward to. And as well as that, we've obviously got Easter coming up. And who better to kick off Easter than the Phoenix Reborn? Uh, there we go. The dramatic difference. Yeah, I found out that it's not normal to struggle to see things on your monitor. So I went to the opticians and like, yeah, you need glasses. Like, you need glasses. It's like, yeah, okay. So here we are. But enough about me, enough about glasses. I guess the first thing that we should probably go. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Oh, man. 1 second. Looks like my hookups on images of the background has gone slightly askew. Don't worry, I can fix this on the fly. So, there we go. That worked. Okay, here we go. Transitioning to Fulgrim. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, we've got Supreme Commander Fulgrim. Now, he has been visible in-game for a while. A little bit of a tease, a little bit of a preview, as Fulgrim is known to be. So, like the... Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Nice ego boost from all of you. I can always count on you guys to make me feel better. Uh, but yeah, Fulgrim, first Demon Primarchs. As a Primarch, he's coming in at the top level of the Supreme Commander point value at 100. He's got pretty well-rounded stats. His health is ever so slightly on the low side, but that's because he's got fear. But his rule is definitely gonna fit on brand. So the first part of the rule: every time a card makes its first attack, it's increased by 50%, regardless of what attack that is. And if it's attacking an enemy that is at or above base wounds, it deals an additional 50% damage as well, which together stacks for a total of up to 100% damage. Obviously, that means that we've got, particularly on the very first turn of each battle, a huge amount of damage increase. So if you're going, which would make sense with Smash, with a high initiative deck, you're going first, all of your attacks will be doing double damage. It's also quite interesting because obviously for the longest time, and obviously just for value reasons, splash attacks do sort of the main lifting in the meta. But in this, actually having the splash attacks, so your Barrage and Sonic Blast, is probably like least valuable here, which matches with Sinesh. They don't have, except for the Noise Marines, they don't have an awful lot of Barrage, they don't have any Sonic Blast, and it's very much about that single target dueling focus. Because if you have something like Barrage going off, then it's going to start clipping things with weaker attacks and take away that card at max health. We'll have a look at the actual card in game in a bit, and we'll do the usual Mud Imps Arena just to show Fulgrim off, so you'll get a good view of that. So, any of you who want to jump into the arena and have a go, and this time around, because we've got lots of stuff going on Easter, Fulgrim giveaways will be at the end. For beating me in the arena, you'll get one of the Fulgrim hero packs. So you've got a chance to get Fulgrim, but you'll get a big box of goodies anyway, with a load of new Emperor's Children cards in it. So yeah, whilst you're waiting, hearing me waffle, and anyone wants to jump over to Madeline's Arena to have a couple of games against the new Fulgrim, give it a go. In the meantime, we have got Easter coming along, and there's a lot going on this Easter, which is really pretty cool. So let's move over to that. So if I click that, is that going to change everything? So that's that, transition that. Boom. There we go. So, first of all, we've got the campaigns on, as normal. So, we've got the Fulgrim Apocalypse event. This, you will get to play as Fulgrim on every 5th level. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. Those will be, Fulgrim will be gifted to you guys. It's a 400-point max level Apocalypse event. So, you'll be able to properly take them out for a spin, see how that goes, get a real feel of him in action, which is always good. Like I think a lot of people have been saying that when these new exciting Supreme Commanders come out, definitely want to be able to have a chance to play with them. And yeah, totally taking that on board. So while we don't necessarily want to have the whole event, particularly if people are new to, obviously everyone will be new to the Supreme Commander, they want to force them to play the whole campaign with it, because it might not gel with your playstyle, or you have a set deck you really like. But yeah, for levels 5, 10, 15, 20, you get to give them a spin, a bit of try them out, which is great. And yeah, so Magnus, as I said, definitely can expect that by the end of this year, we'll have all of the Demon Primarchs. In what order and what they do, I know. We have started getting them all built up, but I can't talk about it quite yet. But they're going to be a lot of fun. I think, as we've seen with Fulgrim, we've really tried to hammer in on the theme. So Fulgrim being sort of a very one-on-one powerful duelist, his whole army is about showing off and taking down that direct opponent, really high-impact glass cannon attacks. And the rest of the Demon Primarchs will be following that same sort of thematic. Yeah, Mortarians there as well. We've obviously not been able to squeeze all of them back to back quite like that. And also, as much as everyone loves Chaos and Demon Primarchs, I don't think everyone would want to be playing sort of 6 months of continuous back to back Chaos. But yeah, there's going to be lots of new cards coming with each of those factions as well. So I know that there are obvious gaps in quite a few of the faction rosters. Yeah, and some of you would like 6 months back to back Chaos. Yeah, I know, but I don't think everyone would. But yeah, it should be lots and lots to add to the game. World Eaters obviously, sadly, don't have as much to add to the game, even as Emperor's Children now with their big release. But yeah, we'll make sure that each faction has really good representation. Question there about 100-point warlords. Yeah, so the 100-point warlords, definitely we've been able to push those guys further, because we've obviously got Apocalypse as its own mode now, where you can do your weekly leveling and battles with that, doing 400-point campaign modes more often. So I think it's sort of in their own space, absolutely. I've seen people leveling competitively with some of the 100-point warlords. I think the Lion actually struggles the most out of them. But Supreme Commander decks in ranks definitely can be done. And I think as well for high-level players that, it's a fun and interesting deck building challenge for sure to try and get that to work. So yeah, I think the Lion is hard. It's difficult to manage his rule in a way that isn't absolutely busted or just fine. I think he's very, very good at 400. Very good at 400. But he, yeah, definitely struggles at 200 for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Like non-supreme command Abaddon, I think absolutely that kind of, if you've got him at about the halfway point, leveled up, he starts to be able to do that role of being out in the battlefield and just being the beat stick. Um, and Gilliman, we gave him buff recently with his special rule, so I think he feels much better, where the whole board has that sort of awesome level of inspiring presence always on the board, which means that you don't have to fish for an inspiring presence card, or you can have one and just play maximum stat buffs. So I think he works, and that works well with lower cost cards because you get to really push that performance over the top. Talking of rank modes, not diverging slightly from the Easter event calendar list, but we've had a bit of a change to rank mode, haven't we? So yeah, how's everyone finding that? I mean, it's been a big deal for me. I mean, for those of you that read the blog, obviously it's something that's been, overdue in many a sense for a very long time. The game didn't start with rank mode. I think it took 6 months for rank mode to be introduced to the game at the very, very beginning. It was just casual and campaign. But since then, yeah, it's had a few tweaks here and there. But yeah, it's really, really nice to be able to do a big, meaningful overhaul to it for sure. Did I hug the devs week? Well, no, I live away from the office, so it'll be a long 3 hour drive for just the sake of a few hugs. I don't know if a 3 hour drive's long in the US. Everyone tells me that the idea of UK driving being long is mad, but yeah, I don't think 3 hours for a hug. It's probably a little bit too far. But yeah, from my point of view, like the really big change being the new rank reset system, massive quality of life improvement that I personally have been wanting to get in for a long time. So yeah, just being able to have players change up their factions is huge. So you can literally play your entire collection when you want at the beginning of each season, fresh starts. Hopefully means that it just keeps it fresh. I was just wondering when you show up. Yeah, I didn't know if you're going to comment on the glasses as well. Had a little bit of chats. People were very nice about my glasses at the beginning of the stream. But yeah, there's a good point there about good or bad, new ranks is refreshing. So yeah, that's absolutely what we want to be. We want to give it a breath of fresh air. And I think the new ranked modifiers is a big thing to watch out for. I mean, we need to understand, the balance and see how it all goes down. In true fashion for all of you hardcore players, we had, I think, 8 players in the Dark Cells by day 2. So glad to see that you guys took the challenge and absolutely smashed it straight off the bat. I expected it. But yeah, it should make it really, really interesting. Have I combed my hair? No, I don't think so. I think it just needs a wash. You're more evil than your answer. But yeah, so yeah, please let us know about the feedback for ranked, and we've also got a few more rewards in there as well, which is always good. Everyone always loves extra rewards. I know lots of people saying, for a month's worth of work, well, it's not work, a month's worth of play. They absolutely want to be getting more rewards out of it, so we've kind of factored that in there as well. Because of the arenas, the way they're spaced out is although it takes the same amount of work to get from the maximum rank reset to what would be to the leaderboard, 4,000 trophies, you get that first chunk of it much, much quicker as well. So yeah, it's sort of, 60% of the total rewards up the board for half as much work, and then you've got to get back up there through the harder modifiers and stuff like that. So I think it's, again, one of the big things that we're aiming to do is just generally make it more accessible, make sure that midlife and early life players have much more experience much easier time getting some meaningful rewards out of it. Yeah, each faction, well, each faction can technically fall below 500 in that if you took every faction and then they lost, and they can still lose points below 500, but the reset point is 500. So as long as you've got over 4,500 or over 500 across all factions, then it resets. But yeah, and yes, I've got the big mug out. Yeah. Anyway, after that little bit of diversion about ranked, I'm really excited for it. Do let us know about how it's going. I'm sure you're getting plenty of feedback, but keep it coming, because yeah, it's something that it's hard to appreciate how it's going to shake out in reality, because we don't have the ability to simulate an entire ranked season, you know. So yeah, feedback is very, very important. We're watching stats a lot. You can move all factions, move down all factions and play your first faction too. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, potentially. Number of cards growing, but the number of skills is not. But yeah, so that's a good point as well. So increasing the number of traits, absolutely something that I would like to do. It's just about getting the time to do it. The resources that we have on hand aren't huge at the moment, and as I've alluded to before, we've got another project in the studio getting ready to release, so there's a lot of all hands action stations on that. So we're very tight on resource while we're just getting that over the edge. So more traits, yes, would love to be able to do that, but we will see when we have the ability to do that and stuff. Absolutely, yeah, 100%. You're quite right. It is needed, and I'll just add a bit more variety and freshness back into the game for sure. Anyway, after the second diversion, back onto the campaign. So we've got the Play on Tabletop curated event. Got just asked us as well, has that been play tested? Yeah, I literally just played it this afternoon all the way through. There are a couple of levels that I found tricky, but we're going to down tweak those. So it should be doable. There are a couple of levels that are going to be quite challenging, but you're playing as a combined Imperium and Space Marines faction in that one, and that's always got some potential mischief. So, what? Squirrel where? What? So yeah, I think if I can clear it all, I cleared the entire thing with one deck that I started at the beginning, didn't change it. It was a Logan deck, and actually, I'll see if I can make that casual. So I can. There you go. Top tips. I managed to clear this without a reset with fighting. Clear out. Sorry, I will get too distracted by that. I will come back to that. But the next exciting thing on the list is the unexpected reinforcements. So we all know how that works. We've done that before. That's where you get extra cards slotted into your deck. But what's really interesting about this is that you're playing as Necrons, and the unexpected reinforcement pool is every single Necron card. And you get 4 of them, so you get 4 extra randomly generated from the pool Necron cards. Now, when I say the entire pool, I mean the entire pool, including warlords. So you have a small chance in unexpected reinforcements to be playing with multiple Necron warlords in your deck. And I guess this is a good point to discuss this because it's a lot of fun. If you have 2 warlords in your deck, yes, both of their warlord rules apply. So if you have, for example, the Silent King and the Stormlords, Silent King at the end of your turn, all of your cards ready. Stormlords, every time one of your cards readies, do 20 damage to a random card. So those interactions will stack, they will work. Problem is that you've got 2 warlords in your deck, and if one of your warlords dies, then it's game over. So you've got a lot more liability that goes with those extra rules. And it is totally random, so there are sort of like, how many cards now? Like 80, something like that, in the Necron, just off the top of my head, 80 cards in the Necron pool. So, yeah, you're not going to be getting it every time. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I expect some hijinks. And we've tested it enough that there aren't any rules that completely blow each other up or anything like that. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun, really wacky, out there campaign. But yeah, would recommend, definitely worth checking it out. Then we've got Mission Madness, daily missions. So that is, we're going to be, sorry, I jumped ahead. Let's have a look at the questions. Okay, Ryan JQ, I'll get to that in a second because that is not the thing to. Are the cards pre-selected again? So no, they aren't pre-selected. There is literally just draw cards from the pool. Can it be the same card 4 times? Yes, but we're talking about 8 to the power of 4 probability chance of that happening. Or no, it's not to the power of 4. It's 80 times 80 times 80 times 80 chance of that happening if there's 80 cards. But yeah, basically it's just roll a card in the Necron pool, pick it. So yeah, you could bring Supreme Commander Zarek and then get 4. Yeah, you could get all 4 Silent. You could get 5 Silent Kings potentially, but yeah. And yeah, there are lots of fun things in there. Yes, both warlords are able to be deployed at once. So the first warlords that you put down will go in the middle, but the next warlord that goes down will just push it to the side. Just so you can push the warlord to the side, just like you would a bodyguard once it's on the board with a new warlord. So the most recently deployed warlord has to be in the middle. Cool. And then we've got that question from Ryan JQ. Yes, so we can expect the other 3 Demon Primarchs. Yeah, absolutely. You can expect the other 3 Demon Primarchs, and you can expect them soon. So yeah, obviously we try to follow the Games Workshop timeline as closely as possible. We've got lots of Chaos stuff coming up in the future. So yeah, we can expect to have, as I said, all 3 by the end of the year. In what exact order, I'm not privy to say at the moment. But yeah, there we are. Slight backtrack to previous topic. H-space has been very difficult in ranks. Yeah, so he's definitely not meant to work in ranked necessarily. Really, he's not really a space. Neither of them are. They're very much Apocalypse warlords, which is why we kind of release them back to back, and they're not Supreme Commanders like the others. And yes, there was a cat there. She's very, very noisy. She can hear me talking in the office, and then she gets very antsy about it. But yeah, potentially we'll move them around if we want to see. They're not going to be our top priorities to balance for rank mode for sure. They're not like Supreme Commanders where we want them to be playable and viable. But yeah. And yeah, very rapid what you missed. Yeah, you missed quite a bit. We've done our initial preview of Supreme Commander Fulgrim. We'll do some more later. We've talked through the Apocalypse event, where you get to play as Fulgrim, so levels 5, 10, 15, 20. Play on tabletop, curated events, playtested by me, very doable. And I will, whilst we're doing that recap, go on then. Let's. This is the deck that I used to beat him. That plus Martial Dryer. So I don't think I've actually got Dryer on my mobile account yet. This is on the dev one, so I had that plus Martial Dryer on there, and I was able to beat the whole Planet campaign with that. So yeah, it's doable. I got 2 strikes overall on the levels that I'm not changing. So there are a couple that have gone down a peg, but I still beat it with just that deck. While we're here, Supreme Commander Fulgrim, there he is. Let's go to max level. So yeah, Furious Charge and Fear. So he gets a bit more protection on his health with Fear. And because of his rule, plus 50% on the first attack, plus 50% when dealing against something on or above max wounds, it does bonus damage. So that does apply to his Furious Charge as well. Yes, we did talk about the glasses. There we go. Da, 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 da. Very exciting. And does the second line only play on the first hit too? No, it doesn't. So they're 2 separate conditions. So if it's the first attack that the card is making, then it gets plus 50%. If it is targeting a card that is at or above max wounds, then it gets plus 50%. And they can stack up to 100. It's not that one has to preclude the other, so it's not 50% if it's making an attack for the first time, and a bonus 50%. Only in that circumstances of attacks. Each of those conditions are separate, basically. What else are we talking about? Yeah, and yes, the last thing that you missed was we were talking about the Necron Unexpected Reinforcements, and I won't go through the whole thing again, but it is Unexpected Reinforcements is from the entire Necron pool, so you can get 2 Warlords at the same time, 3 Warlords at the same time, and yes, their Warlord rules will stack, so you can have all of them in play at the same time, and if any of those 1 Warlords dies, you lose. So yeah, that should be pretty spicy. Well, was I finished with this? No, I wasn't. So let's move back to that. So yeah, Mission Madness. We will be having a mission in the campaign screen every day over the Easter holidays or Easter periods, whatever you want to be calling it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a whole week. So come on, nearsighted. Yeah, nice one. I appreciate it. Most of you have been so nice about my glasses. But yeah, Mission Madness. It will be in the campaign screen like all the missions are. But you can score those from ranked scores as well for these special event missions. Free giveaways, of course. It's any kind of these week-long celebration events. We will be having giveaways. Don't have all the details off the top of my head. And obviously, Supreme Commander Fulgrim will be available. We're going to have an epic Easter with a new epic. Well, not a new, a different epic every day on sale. Not new, not new. And then we're going to be doing Kill Team Zeal as well. So that is the Sisters of Battle Ecclesiarchy side of the Blood and Zeal kill team that we saw recently. Yeah, that is that. So what have we done so far? We've talked through Easter, we've talked through that, we've reminisced over the, I can't say reminisced, we've talked through the new changes to rank mode, which yeah, again, I'm genuinely really looking forward to see how that all shakes out. Do give genuine feedback. But if anyone wants to head over to the arena, we've got some large hero packs, Supreme Commander Fulgrim hero packs to give out for anyone who beats me, and we get to have a little showcase of what Supreme Commander Fulgrim can do. So anyone who wants to and is able to head over there, give it a go. I'll show you the deck that I've got. So yeah, 200 points again. Supreme Commander. What we've got a lot of Furious Charge. Obviously, he'll get to come back again at full health and make another attack. We've got a bit of Taunt. Got a fair amount of Furious Charge just to guarantee that. He's going to go really nicely, so it works perfectly with this guy because he's got Inspiring Presence and Scout, so he can make sure that that first attack is always really, really, really potent. And yeah, our artist Benji is massively gone overboard with Emperor's Children. Emperor's Children, World Eaters are his two favourite factions, so he's been very, well, at that and Necrons, but he's been very happy being able to do these guys up nicely. Come on, guys. Right. You're gonna have to make me take Fulgrim out into rank mode unless one of you guys hop in there, give me a game. Got any takers in the chat? And yeah, it is a good Easter roadmap. Yeah, got enough on, and I think that's definitely enough interesting stuff to be doing. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys posting about all of the weird and wackiness that you get in the Necron unexpected reinforcements in particular. Well, see if my game hasn't refreshed or something. Oh no, don't worry about the levels. It's in the clan battles. All of your cards get. God, that really pinged in my ear. But yeah, really appreciate the subscription for 39 months now. Wow, that's awesome. But yeah, the levels are equalised, so you don't need to have the cards at any particular level. The reason why they're all showing at max level is because in clan battles they get put to max level. Yeah, I know not everyone can jump out if you are an officer or clan, you can't do it. I worry about putting, because I haven't been pushing too hard on rank modes yet this season, I worry about putting Fulgrim out there in the wild. I will feel very guilty about that. Because mine's level 9. Actually, no, I'm just going to address Jack Slash. So, where did I get to with that list? I had these two. I had you. You. What did I do with 18 points? Of course, 18 points. Okay. Go on, then we'll set him loose in rank then. Sorry. Yeah, as long as you played the game on your clan campaign already, yeah, it should be fine. That is correct. But totally fair point, clan campaign going on. I understand now what you've all been saying. Yeah, that shouldn't pose an issue. But totally valid if you don't want it. So I've got exact change 200 points there. If anyone wants to give it a go, anyone made over? Otherwise, we'll have a go on ranked. Yeah, alright, cool. Let's take them out for spin on ranked. Have a go. Now, because I haven't been leveling too much on my ranked at the moment, so let's see how horribly I spank people on the ladder as they're leveling. Yeah, this isn't going to be fair. This isn't going to be fair, guys. And now I'm going to have to play some more because I'm going to be out in the wild and won't be. So let's have a look. I keep saying the same thing over again. So this 83. So we've got 53 there. Get Inspiring Presence on that. So we've got literally a 5-point card. Let's see how much we can do. Yeah, 81. Turn 1 because we managed to get those Furious Charges off. even when you don't have initiative, you manage to be able to get that amount of damage off. It's fairly insane. So we've got 59 here, but it's going to be doing 90 because we've got our Poise Perfection on there. So with 2 attacks, the 2 5-point cards, we've been able to take out level. Yes, it was level 1, but the point still stands. We've got a lot of damage potential going on here. And you can, I'm going too fast. So we can see that you get the little Warlord Flash when you hit someone at max wounds as well. So I will slow it down so we can see that VFX playing over here. So get you out again. There and there, and then we'll slow that back down so we can see those furious charges landing. Let's get a nice Emperor's Children logo there each time. And because we've got the nice pink glow as well, we can tell when that first attack is active. Obviously, Acheron, someone on the Discord was saying that Acheron's going to be like the classic one that really slows them down, and that's totally fair because obviously this is all about cleaning the board, moving on to the next one, and getting a fresh target in front of you. So he definitely does slow down the whole process. They also said it's quite good for getting through shields. Now, shields can slow it down. I guess the benefit of targeting something with shields is that obviously they're normally going to be at max health, and so you'll be getting this boost each time. And if you don't clear the shields, then the next card or the next attack gets to attack that card with that max bonus as well. So I would say shields, yes, does slow it down, does waste the first attack, but if it's a card that's already made an attack, it's not too bad. Oh, I've got 2 notifications in ranked. Someone moves over to ranked. My PC is wheezing. Give me a sec. Yeah, Gloggoth Rocks definitely. It's all about momentum. Aha. HTC. Let's give it a go then. Be proper competition. Bringing the low. God, you guys never go easy on me in the arena. God, I miss Tom. Where's Tom when you need him? Always bringing out the meta. But it's fair. I'm offering freebies, and you guys want goodies, and that's totally legit. So. So let's see how much we can pop off on some furious charges here. Okay, so you're going there, but we've got our taunt out. So you're going to be doing 66. So 66 plus Inspiring Presence plus the beginning buff, 129. Okay. Boom. And that's pretty much what this ideal playstyle is going to be all about, because whether you've got first turn or second turn, you can really push the advantage with these attacks with the large amount of furious charge that you've got, particularly in the Slanesh roster if you want to play thematic, but also in the Chaos roster in general. Yeah, absolutely. She only gets to do it once like that, because again, that's the double whammy of it hitting a target that's on max wounds and it's its first attack. So Death Blow does work. It counts as an attack. But again, it has to meet the conditions. So Death Blow won't normally be the first attack that the card makes. If it gets killed before it's able to make an attack, then yes, it gets that buff. And if it hits a card that has yet to be damaged or has been healed over its max hit points, then yeah, it will do that as well. So do we get Magooin, as my friend says, or are you going to throw something else in front of that? You are. Well, that's probably going to get killed. That's not going to be enough. Nearly there. Half out. Not bad. Okay, let's try and get rid of her. So how are we doing? We've got 4 cards left there. My guys are in pretty bad shape. Got Very Dead, Morgan Ra, yeah. Well, we can put that there and protect our guy over here. Yeah, and well, we'll see. We've still got a bit of game to go. It's hard, normally quite hard to tell at this point. But yeah, should be a good indication because down to 2. But yeah, this is obviously PvP playing against a better PvP deck. I'm playing a thematic deck, and with a Screen Fire at 200 points, so I should be on the back foot here. I'm feeling okay about this because that's that gone and that's that gone, which means that that's that gone. Woof, that was rough. What excuses, Lodge? What excuses? Accumulate did not see the ability there. Well, there's the rules. So the first attack card makes plus 50%, and if it's attacking a card at max health or above, if it's been healed for whatever reason, then there's plus 50% as well. So I don't think he's going to be able to all-in damage. Well, I've tried to make it as good a thematic deck as possible. And yeah, GG HTC YT HTC in there. But yeah, good game. That was really, really close. You got unlucky with Fulgrim's Furious Charge, taking out the heal before you get it off 100%. Oh, we've got Artem in here. I think Artem has taken every single battle request I've put out there. But yeah, that was really close. That was really close. I didn't have my glasses on. Well, yeah, it was a great deck. What have I done? Yeah, I think I have been spanked with this before. Oh no, it's going to be shields. Artem does bring shields, which is probably sensible because I've got a lot of Furious Charge that is supposed to be doing. Thanks, Lodge. Honestly, without Tom here to take the flag. See, Lodge, you've built up too much rapport with me. I trust that you have good intentions for me. Obviously, complete malice and mischief with Tom, but I take what you say seriously. Any plans for sort of like keyword theming? Yeah, so we have talked about that both on stream and on in general with the development crew. We would like to do that in some form. It's first of all we need to do a complete overhaul of all of the keywords in the game. I want to do that anyway, but it's still a lot of donkey work of just going through and standardizing and updating all the keywords. Once we've got that all sorted, the problem would be then trying to get enough of those keyword synergies made and built to all go out at the same time. Because if, for example, as you said, we did just like the Chaos faction, so we did like the equivalent of, 4 trades. We did Khorne, Slash, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Undivided, let's say. That would be the equivalent of like 5 trades or 5 Warlord rules. Yes, we can probably make them smaller and use sort of repeat elements of various things and stuff like that, so it wouldn't be like a brand new thing. But then what we'd have is we'd have 5 trades just to cover Chaos, and then Chaos would have a massive advantage over every other faction. And so what we'd have to do realistically is either go for hyper generic ones and go for things like infantry, mounted, vehicle, and stuff like that, which isn't the most fun, or we'd have to do like 30, minimum 20, but like 30 of them to do a broad enough coverage that it wasn't just one faction is really busted until we can release more of these. That's not to say never, but I think it's one of those ones which, if we were going to do it, I would want it to be done well. And to do it well is like a lot of work. Yeah, potentially. But again, if it was something like, you did Black Legion per faction at a time, or we did like Craft Worlds or something like that, then it would poo-poo the rest of the faction. Not the end of the world, but it would mean that, yeah, it would be very hard skewing things. There are ways around it, yeah, agree. But yeah. Oh god, I knew I was gonna hit a complete shield wall at some point. Okay, so you've still got 3, you've got 2, you've got 4. Well, let's crack the one with the least shields then. Yeah, again as well, that's another valid point about things at that scale is that, but there we go, that was the value there of breaking through the shields. It meant that when I did get through the shield, I still got an attack buff, which I mentioned earlier. But yeah, obviously, with multiple things needing testing at multiple times, you need to make sure that it all works. And the layers of complexity where you've got Warlord rules, you've got synergy bonuses, you've got modifiers going on. So yeah, no problem with the answer. Like genuinely something that you would, well, maybe you wouldn't be, but you would be surprised about how much discussion that exact topic had for something that we were potentially looking to develop for quite a long time. And yeah, I guess that's why I've got a lot to say on it, because we've had a deep dive on that kind of thing before. Rushing before I was sort of pushing too many decks into ranks. Yeah, that's fair. So we're going to see how much work Fulgrim can do here. Now, Fulgrim has used his Furious Charge, wasted his Furious Charge getting that guy out, but he's got 146, which is going to be 50% boosted, so it's going to be hitting on 210 whenever he's fighting a fresh enemy. So we'll see. We shall see. This is it. So blocks 210, 106. That's going to go through the shield 100%. That goes through. I haven't got any token. I've got 1 token. Minimum 73. Yeah, bit of trouble. Because I don't think I'm going to be getting through more shields. That is going to kill Lucius, which means I'm dead. Which I think I'm dead anyway. So let's not draw out the inevitable. Come on, you've got 80. Finish me off. What do you got? You can hit me with anything, really. Yeah, there we go. Well played, Artem. So yeah, I will get over a large Fulgrim pack over to you. Doesn't look like we've got any more takers, and that's totally fine because it's probably about time that we do the main giveaway. So yeah, GG, and let's move over. Wait, there we go. Base, that's me. Let's move over to the giveaway. So where is the Fulgrim one? Here is the Fulgrim one. Start giveaway. So usual drill, peeps. /join. Here's that. Oh, okay. Well, we've been asked for a game by email. So while you guys are all doing joining there, oh, cancelled it. I'll give you a game email if you're still watching, still listening. That's fine. So yeah, I will throw out the invite out there. I have one last game. Botman MTG. But yeah, so it's 5 winners for for 2 copies of Supreme Commander Fulgrim. I've got the full cosmetic as well, very nice. Properly putting me to the limit here. I'm glad that I got to play your email. You've obviously put thought into the deck building here. Got your full Fulgrim cosmetics. And got 40 seconds left of the giveaway, so make sure you get in there. Email, I don't know if you've got a different name on Twitch as you do in game, but make sure you do jump in there as well. Yeah, I saw the tabletop tactics Fulgrim. Very, very cool, as you say, very, very dark. It was a proper sort of like the Last Laugh Joker with the sort of face stitched on the front, rather than it just being skin. So yeah, no, very, very cool. Like that a lot. Cool. So that should now be closed. Let me just too many tabs. There we go. Yeah, cool. All right. So let's pick our first winner. Put that down. Our first winner is Erebus did nothing wrong. Now I don't like that you've made me have to say that out loud. But congrats to you. Erebus did nothing wrong. Congrats. You've got 2 copies of Fulgrim coming your way. We've also got Chris. I am Rito. Chris, I am Rito. You. Congrats. You are the second winner. Email, you seem to have dropped out of the game somewhat, so I'll just crack on with these. Wargamer239, congrats to you. Got 2 copies of Supreme Commander Fulgrim coming your way. We've got Durachir, nice. Familiar face, congrats to you. Got 2 more copies of Supreme Commander Fulgrim coming your way. And our last winner of the night is Chungus3636. So congrats to you. Emo, don't worry, no big deal. Totally fine. So we've got our 5 winners there. Usual drill. Give me a ping on Discord and all that. So I will get those over. Depending on how I'm doing, I will try and get them over tonight if I can, if you're quick. So that because it's bank holiday and it's my youngest son's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to the zoo. I'm going to jump out of that match. Emo, no offense. because I think there's obviously some kind of connection issues going on there, and that's totally fine. Uh, but yeah, there we go. So what have we had? We've had Supreme Commander Fulgrim. We've talked about new rank changes. We've got lots of cool stuff coming up over Easter. Don't forget to log in for daily giveaways, missions every day as well, which can be earned in ranked apocalypse and campaigns. Lots of cool campaigns coming up. So the Fulgrim campaign starting tomorrow. That means that you can play as Fulgrim as well on levels 5, 10, 15, 20. Plan campaign's really good fun. It's quite tough, but I managed to clear the whole thing with Logan showed you the deck, so no excuses for saying it's too hard. And then, yeah, that last campaign is going to be a lot of fun with the unexpected random reinforcements of extra random cards. I hope you get at least one battle where you get at least 2 warlords. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, there we go. That's the stream. Got 5 winners. If you haven't won before, please do get in touch on Discord. Discord is the best way to get me. I'm not as good at checking on Twitch. So yeah, just ping me a message on Discord. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, wherever you're on the world, whatever time of day it is, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Yeah, we'll have a new stream soon. It's probably not too far away. Yeah, we'll get more news out when that's coming out. But yeah, there'll be another one soon. And yeah, have a great Easter. Lots of things to look forward to. Hopefully, for those of you that get chocolate at Easter, lots of chocolate as well. And yeah, we'll have lots of fun this Easter. Cheers. All right. See you all later. Good night, good day, and all the rest of it. Yeah, I bet you did love it. Honestly, right. On that note, I'm out of here.